All right, guys, welcome to the show. The man, the myth, the legend, previously worldwide touring musician turned investor and coach, Michael Crofts. What's going on, buddy?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm trying to stay warm in Toronto here. And,
I hear you guys. It's cold over there, so
yeah, not as cold as Alberta, I wouldn't think, though.
uh,
Maybe.
15,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
sunny,
Okay. Oh,
15. Hey,
wow.
I'll take
Wow.
it.
That's a lot warmer than here.
Come on.
Jeez. But when it does drop, it
It
drops,
gets cold. It gets
you
cold.
know?
Yeah, it does.
But then
Yeah,
it goes back up like the stock market, right?
that's right. May
So,
drop for a season, but we're up shortly after.
right, you just gotta hold on, baby. You gotta hold on.
Hold on. Yeah.
So, how does a touring musician get involved in the stock market? Like, how does that even
Man.
happen? Like, we were on the
Yeah.
road touring our faces off from Russia to Germany to Ukraine.
All
You know,
over. Yeah.
we kind of got off the road, and one day you're just telling me all this crazy stuff. Like, what's happening? Follow
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. Yeah. How does it happen? You know what? You know all those hours we had in between shows? We would go play
Yeah,
a show for what, 45 minutes, an hour, encore, maybe an hour and 10 minutes.
yeah,
Um, all that time we had in between shows, travel days, whatever, just reading books.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, we'd go find like a secondhand bookshop and, we get all giddy and get in there and try and find books to read, right?
Right. The Goodwills and
Goodwills, yeah,
the
the real estate
Salvation
books,
Army.
Salvation Army, the investing books, anything we could get our hands on that would give us just a little bit of information. That's where
Yeah,
it started. That's where it
yeah,
started.
yeah,
And then probably just experience being in it.
yeah, yeah.
Being in it, going through the ups and downs, because we've had there's downs, obviously.
Right.
We all remember the '08 pullback in 2020 and 2022 had some pretty good pullbacks as well. So just being in it during those times and discovering, what works, what doesn't work, and then implementing it. And now I don't know how many years it's been since I've been off the road, but it's all these years later, and the markets have been it's been a great, yeah, a great income source.
When did it click for you? Because like for me, like, I always thought it was risky or whatnot, and I was always a real estate guy. And
Hmm.
like, so when did it? And I'm sure, and we read a lot of the same books, but
Hmm.
like, obviously
Yes.
something clicked for you. What was it? Was it for a specific book? Like, what happened?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think it was COVID.
Yeah,
So I was long-term investing since '08, '09. Since that drop there. I saw that as an opportunity, really. I mean, I don't know if anyone can go back to that time and remember, but I remember the news was going crazy. It was like the stock market, like the economy's falling apart, blah, 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 blah.
yeah.
And that was my entry in where I was like, I think this is going to be more of an opportunity. And then studying the history of the market, it was. If you look back now, everyone should have got in, and I bet anyone that looks back wishes they got in. But that
Yeah.
was my first little dive into it, and then probably COVID 2020, where we dropped 40% in like a month.
Jeez.
40% drop in my they shut the economy down, right? If you remember all that, they shut the economy
Yeah.
down. The market's just pounding down, and
Yeah.
that for me was probably the another aha moment of let's go. It's time to get in. We're gonna do really good.
And what do you mean by aha moment? Like, cause like I like cause for my aha moment is like, why am I using Apple? Why am I promoting
Yes.
Apple, Spotify? I was a Microsoft certified engineer.
Come
Um,
on.
and why did I not why am I using all the companies I should be investing in? That was
Yeah.
my aha moment, but I still thought it was risky. I still didn't go all in, but I
Yeah.
understood. Like I order on Amazon, like like why should we invest in this stuff? Like what is it that lured you in, or that I don't even use the word lured, but just like it you're
Yeah.
like, this is like people are making
Let's
money from
go.
this.
Oh, and yeah, people are making money. I mean, so two things happened around that time. Number one, um, I just stopped being afraid of the market,
Yeah.
right? Like you said, a lot of people have fear. Markets are going to go up and down. That's natural movement. You're going to have ups, you're going to have pullbacks,
Yeah.
natural movement of the market. And in 2020, when I saw it pull back, 40-ish percent, depending on what market you're looking at, I just decided I wasn't gonna be scared anymore. I'm going in. Like again, this was like an '08 opportunity. This is like
Yeah.
2008 all over again. Obviously
Yeah.
higher prices this time.
Yeah.
And that's where I kind of said, I'm going all in, let's do it. And the second thing was I had a whole bunch of clients that had gotten debt free
Right.
that wanted to learn investing. And so a lot of the concepts that I teach now and all that stuff now, I was starting to teach them. And I noticed, like you said, okay, we're learning on a MacBook computer. They're calling me on their iPhone. They're, listening to iTunes, Apple Music,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm like, why aren't you invested in this company?
Yeah.
Or whatever. We would do that, Amazon. They were doing Amazon Prime. They're on AWS
Yeah.
and Amazon Music now, right? And yet they didn't own it. So I started to teach that stuff. But what in your life do you use that these companies are on the market and it's worth investing? Where do you eat that it's
Yeah.
worth investing in, right? So people, whatever, McDonald's dollar value menu or whatever.
Chipotle, Costco.
Chipotle, oh Costco. I mean, yeah, Costco's great. Cava, there's a whole bunch of them out there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you should be investing what you're eating at. If you love the
Yeah.
product,
Yeah. Why aren't you
if you
investing in it?
love the product, we got to go start initiate some positions. Obviously, we do some research to make sure it's a good company. Just
Yeah.
because it's out there doesn't mean it's a great company. But a lot of these companies, these what I call category kings,
Yeah.
are companies that we all use, and there's a reason why we all use them, and most of them should be invested in.
Yeah. It's not like they're going anywhere. Like
No,
I I threw up after looking at, instead of buying the iPod, or if I even just matched what I spent on multiple iPods for touring,
oh
back in early 2000s, I think
yeah,
it was like a couple $1,000 would have been, hundreds of thousands of dollars now. Um, but you don't know what you don't know.
you don't know what you don't know. Yeah,
And what would you say are some of the most misconceptions about the stock market? I feel like the first one you said was that it does go down and it goes up. Like that's just the
yeah.
flow.
80% of the time, so this is something people probably don't know. 80% of the time, the stock market's on the rise.
Right.
80% of the time.
80% of the time it's on the rise.
It's going up.
Okay.
Up and
Okay.
to the right is what we call it. Up and to the right of the screen. That's where we want it to go.
Yeah.
80% of the time, it's going up. Now,
Yeah.
you might not know that because the news tends to showcase when it's going down,
Right.
right?
Right.
So the
Yeah.
20% of the time that it's actually going down, and if you look over the last 40 years,
Yeah.
literally year by year, we'll see that. There's been a couple down years, '08, 2000,
Yeah.
all that stuff. But if you literally to the percentage, 80% of the time, we've been on the rise over the last 40 years. But the 20% is what gets the news. It's what gets eyes on screens. It's what gets people fear and scarcity and all that stuff. And we know we're marketers. We understand what drives traffic, and we know it's
Right.
easier to
Right.
fear someone into watching something than it is to like,
Yeah.
I'm not scared at all. Like they don't tend to be glued to the screens when things are great. And so that's number one is 8% of the time the stock market's on the rise. You probably won't know that because you'll probably hear most about the stock markets when it's in a decline.
And they're
Like
like, told you,
told
it's
you so,
risky.
told
It's
you
yeah,
so.
right.
Yeah, it's too risky. Don't get in. You're gonna lose it all.
Yeah.
And I told you the other day I was watching Wolf on Wall Street,
That's right. That's right.
which is just a crazy movie to watch. But there was one point in the very beginning. This is literally it's a true story. So 1987, Black Monday, where the markets just went boom. They just dove down
Right.
and crashed. People were scared. People were getting out. Companies were going bankrupt. It was one of the worst days in the market in the last 100 years, easily. But 3 months later, we were recovered.
3 months later.
I've
It's not
never
an
heard.
eternity. It's 3 months.
I've never heard that story before. Did you hear the 3 month recovery story?
No, you only
I
hear
still know the
the
Black Monday story where everyone freaked out,
right.
but I don't know the 3 month recovery where we were 3 months later we were back up and grew from there. Same with '08.
Yeah.
That took about eight. Well, we kind of started going down end of '07. By '09, we recovered. So that was about roughly 16, 17 months. No one
Yeah.
talks about the recovery of '09,
Yeah. Or talks
right?
about all the people that had the courage to, go in, and it's like it's amazing how we run to, Costco, or we run to the stores, the shopping mall when it's Black Friday to buy stuff that we
Come
don't
on.
need, doesn't help, but that we run away from the real Black Friday sale where that can actually change our lives, our legacy, and our family.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's beyond frustrating. So how does someone get started? And I know there, yeah, like how if I wanted to just even get started, what does a beginner look at? Like, how do I even buy a stock?
I want to show you a number here. Can I show you a number
Yeah,
before we
yeah,
get
sure,
into getting started? I'm just trying to get this number up
sure it up.
on my board here. Give me one sec. One of the so just to give you guys the courage, because this leads into where do you start buying and all that. I'm just going back to trying to go back to '08 here. Just give us a quick '08 here. My thing's just being a little. There we go. Boom. All right, 2010. We'll go back to 2010. One of the investments I really love investing in, this is one of my favorite investments since 2010. So we're talking, what, 15 years?
Yeah, yeah,
This
15 years.
thing
Yep.
has averaged 41% year over year.
Jeez. What is that?
My T triple Q.
Okay, okay.
You
Yep.
know that one, right? You've heard me talk about that
TQQ.
one.
Yep.
So I just want to give you an example here. If you invested just, I don't know, 250 a month, 250 bucks.
Yeah.
That's like five Starbucks these days.
Yeah.
I'm joking. But
Seriously.
41%, 250 a month, that would be worth $2 million 15 years later.
Jeez.
Should I say that again? 250 a month for 15 years at 41%. $2 million.
And 15 years goes by quick, man. I'm
15 years goes by
46,
as
I
quick.
know.
That's right. That's right. If we do this for 10, let's see what 10 years gives us. We don't get to the $1 million mark until roughly about year 12, year 13 is our
But
first
this is
mill.
getting your money working for you and like you like because I know you've helped a lot of people also get out of debt,
Yeah.
but it's even sexier that you can start investing now. You don't have to be out of debt, right? Like you can just start.
Well, on these numbers, 250 a month, anyone can do 250 a month,
Yeah.
right? Like you can do
Yeah.
250 a month. So, anyways, all that to say here is if you're long term in the markets, you're going to be good.
Yeah.
We're going to have pullbacks. You're going to have '08s again. You're going to have
Yeah.
2020 COVID stuff. You're going to have 2022. That was another pullback year.
Yeah.
But if you're hitting these like nice ETFs, 40%, 30%, 50%, Nvidia
Yeah.
is probably at 80%.
Yeah.
You're going to hit. It's not hard to hit 1 million within a decade or faster.
Yeah. I think it's
So
interesting like if we just looked at our portfolios like we looked at our houses, like our my that my the value of my house might have gone up or gone down. But when do I look at how often do I look at the value of
yeah,
my house? When I bought it and when I sell it.
that's right.
You know what I mean? And
That's
I'm
right.
not looking at everything in between. But unfortunately, I think with stocks, it's very easy to get caught up in the news, right?
It is. It is. Yeah, it's very easy. But if you took the same approach with stocks as you did with your house, if you invest in the right kind of stocks,
Yeah,
the stuff we teach and get you guys into, um, your stocks will do better than the growth of your house.
yeah.
Historically speaking, stocks have outperformed housing growth.
And that blows my mind because like I've always been such a real estate guy. And you said a very polarizing statement the other
Oh, yeah,
day
I did.
that that passive income from real
Mm.
estate is over and you should start looking at stocks. And I didn't even know that you could make money from stocks. And there's a couple different ways. And I know we're going to dive more into the training, but can you maybe just touch on it a little bit?
Yeah, so what I said was I got the post up right here. Yeah, the days of passive income through real estate are over. And then I went on to explain it, and it got, it got some heat, as always. Who doesn't
Yeah.
love some heat on their posts?
Right, right. Yeah, we got to get
Um,
attention.
because what I said was, like, and like you, I like real estate too. I'm not against it, and I own it. But my journey in real estate has been over the last probably 2 to 3 years, maybe even a bit longer, but for me, 2 to 3 years, I've been searching high and low for a good real estate deal, and I
Yeah.
can't find one.
Yeah.
Like I can't find one where the spread's really good. I can find them and the spread's okay,
Yeah.
but I can't find one that was good. And then I started talking to some other real estate buddies, and they were all saying the same thing. Like they're
Yeah.
going buying these $500,000 homes, and they're charging 4K a month in rent. So it's like sounds great, but then
Yeah.
after mortgage and property tax and this
Insurance.
and
Yep.
that and
Yep.
blah 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 blah, they're walking away with like $500 a month.
Yeah.
Right. And so what they've done in these cases, they put their down payment. In most cases, it's like 100K. got the mortgage, whatever. And it's like they're walking with $500 a month. And me being in the real estate, or sorry, in the investment world, I was like, I might know a better way to make more money for you
Yeah.
with 100K. And so that whole post was talking about passive income in the stock market. And there's
Okay.
a way where you could make money in the stock market without even have to have the money invested.
So
Now,
this
most
isn't
people
like a
are going to
so
hear
this
that and
isn't
be
like
like,
a dividend. So this isn't like a dividend.
it's not a dividend, no, because you got to be invested to own, to get a dividend, you have to own the company,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Right. So, for example, if you own like, I don't know, Costco, they pay you like a, I don't know, 0.4% dividend or something, but you have to own it, right? You got to be in it for the
Okay. And that
ride.
a dividend is just the profits, right? Is that what that
The
is? Just
dividend is generates a percentage of profits that they want to share
okay.
with the shareholders. Generally, is what
Eh,
it is per quarter.
Okay.
The passive income stuff, and I don't want to go too deep here, but basically, as you've seen, we take money, we put it into a savings account
Okay.
with our brokerage, and then we basically go in and what I do is we agree to buy stock at a price lower than what it's currently selling at,
Okay.
and we get paid money to do that. And we don't have to own the stock to do it.
And then that's producing passive income every
And
single week.
that's the passive income.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the passive income that all my real estate buddies are doing because, and the funny thing is, it's making them way more money than their real estate properties are.
Well, I know because you started to get me into it,
That's right.
and
Yeah.
my eyes are opening up to what's possible in generating that cash flow. Um,
I had
and
one guy reach out to me yesterday and he said, I went to a financial advisor and I had $750,000.
yeah,
And he said, financial advisor couldn't guarantee me a return, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, yeah, because you're working with a classic financial advisor who is playing by old school rules that your parents would have played by, where you had to buy the stock and take it up, and that was it. If
yeah.
it went down, you lost. If it went sideways, you made no money. We don't live in that type of market anymore. You can make money while we go up. You can make money when we go down. You can make money when we go sideways.
You see, that's the most amazing thing. What you've blown my mind with it. That is like, yeah, it doesn't matter which way it's
Doesn't
been
matter.
going. You've been showing me like, yeah, if
Yeah.
it go this way, we up. If it goes down, like
Yeah, we'll make
it.
money. If it goes sideways, we'll make money. Now, obviously, we want it to go up. That's a healthy market
Right,
and a healthy economy. We want to be a part
right.
of that. But you no longer have to wait it out. Like when I think of all the '08 people or the 2000 people that had to sit out or wait a year and a half to kind of start making money again because they were just buy and they're in one direction. If
Yeah,
any of that happens now, if we had an '08 now, we can make money on the way down, and we will.
yeah,
We can make money sideways, and we
yeah.
will. But the cool thing was, anyways, to get back to it, was you can make a passive income in the stock market without owning any stock, mutual funds, bonds, or anything like that. Money just sits in an account, and we can go make passive income.
Dude, this is incredible. So we're doing an event on this where we're gonna actually where you're gonna be diving into it. I'm just gonna be hosting it. It's gonna be next week, I think Tuesday. What is it, November 25th at 2 p.m. We're gonna be doing this. Go to smartmusicbusiness.com/investing. I'll put the link below here. But you're gonna be teaching on this, right? And we're going to do a little bit of Q&A because I'm sure people are going to have a lot of questions on this stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna teach you guys the basic concept of how to do it,
Okay.
like what it is, how it works,
Okay.
why you don't have to own anything. I'm going to walk you through all of that, so you guys understand. And then we'll do Q&A because I'm sure there's going to be a ton of questions because I'll be honest, this isn't being taught. You're not going to learn this in school. You're not going to learn this from your financial advisor. Mom and dad don't know this, right? Like this isn't something that is unfortunately it's not known well in the marketplace. Um, so probably lots of questions and we'll do some Q&A, make sure we get those questions answered. Maybe we can show a couple trades we've done,
Yeah, that'd be
couple
cool. Yeah.
positions we've taken, like we've
Yeah.
taken on and how we've done it. So I'll share some of that as well. And I'll share, if you've got 5K, I'll show you what that looks like. If you've got
Yeah.
100K or 200K, I'll
Yeah.
show you what that looks like as well. So depending on whatever end of the spectrum you're on, or if you're in the middle somewhere, maybe you got 30 or 40,
Yeah.
I'll show you what those numbers look like on a weekly basis because it literally is passive income we pull out every week. It's for some
Yeah.
people I work with, it's their income.
Yeah.
For others, it's their part-time fun money. And then
Yeah.
for others, they just keep it in the market to do more of this. But I'll show you guys all of that as well. So that, like, This could be a life changer. This
Yeah.
is a game changer for a lot of people if they can learn to do this.
Yeah, it has been for me, man. Because like I've realized like if my money is not moving, it's losing. You know, like the
Oh,
government is printing so much right now,
yeah,
and if you are not investing, and
yeah,
we're not talking about like just investing in some random companies, or if you do buy, like we're talking about like companies that will be around for years. Like you're not
yeah.
gambling here. This
We're
isn't
not
gambling.
gambling. Yeah, we're doing this only with companies we would want to buy. So, for example, if you believe Apple is going to be around for a little while,
Yes.
hey, listen, then let me show you how to do this with Apple. For all the musicians out there, I know you got a lot of musicians in your audience, and so let me just share this. I'm willing to bet for most of them, I make more money as a non-musician on Spotify than they make on Spotify.
Woo! I believe it.
Woo!
I know it because you showed it.
Yeah, or Apple, if you're on Apple Music, whatever platform you have your music on, and you're getting that little slice of the
Google,
pie.
Google,
Google,
YouTube. Yep.
YouTube, yeah, yeah, yeah. YouTube's a big one. Amazon, Amazon Music if you're into that. Spotify, whatever. I'm gonna show you. Yeah, I'll sit down. And I'll show you guys how, as a non-musician, I don't have music out there on any of these platforms, or at least not in abundance. I'm not.
Well, I wouldn't say a non-musician. You're not. You're an incredible
Well,
musician,
you
but
see
you're
the
not
guitars in the
playing.
back, so I do some music. But like
Yeah.
I would say this, I'm not actively trying to make royalties.
Right. Right.
But yeah, Spotify every week, or Amazon or Apple, depending on which company I decide to pick that week, or Google even. We did Google this week. Um, pays me a check every week.
Yeah. Dude, I can't wait, man. This is gonna be so good. So, guys, click on the link below. Go to smartmusicbusiness.com/investing. 2 p.m. next week, November 25th. Make sure I got that date right. Yes, the 25th, 2 p.m. EST. And if you can't make it, we'll do a replay, but try and show up live because you want to get in the room, you want to be able to ask questions, and we'll see you there.